Abhishek Chandra says most admirable part of 5 Indian captains: Ganguly, Dravid, Dhoni, Kumble, and Kohli.
So Ganguly, definitely the biggest quality about him was he didn't look at state. So till then, all selections of West Zone, East Zone, iska candidate, uska candidate, he didn't give a damn. If Zahir Khan was good, he didn't care if it was East, West, North, South. So he's picked Zahir from the, from the West, completely from the West. He's picked Dhoni from the East. He's picked this one from the North. And he picked Dhoni at a time when his Bengal keeper, Deep Das Gupta, was still in contention. Yeah. So one of the things what Ganguly brought to the Indian team was that, and he brought a certain amount of what I call swagger. Otherwise we were very polite, sir. Aajaiye, namaste, sir. I'm tossing with you. I'm so grateful, even if I lose the toss. And he would say, "Screw it, yaar. You have come here. My country is as big as yours, so I don't really care." So he brought that combativeness, which I think India needed at that point. Dravid was again, Dravid is very much like Gautam. He is ultimately sincere. As a teammate, he'll never let you down. He'll always keep you informed. He will always tell you what you needed to do. And whatever support. As a captain, you went to him and you said, whatever you need, he'll do it.
Then there's Dhoni.
Dhoni's boss. Nobody can talk about Dhoni's captaincy because nobody knows what it is now. And once we discover what it is that makes him such a genius, we'll talk about it. But Dhoni is by far and away the best captain I've ever seen on a cricket field in limited overs game. He's not a great test captain. It's not his format. But in a T20 format or even in a 50-over format, he is a genius. And he's so far ahead of everybody else. It's not funny. I genuinely believe that.
So Dhoni's captaincy is a lot like dark matter. We know it's there, but we don't know exactly why it's this thing. Kumble.
How it happens exactly, you never know.
Yeah. Kumble.
Kumble is he's just a tough bastard. Kumble is what I call the Alan Border school of captaincy. This famous Dean Jones story where Dean Jones is batting in the tight test, and that was the day he's had to take saline in between. He was so badly off. He had this thing, food poisoning. He's puking on the side of the pitch, and he gets a century, and he thinks he's got Australia to sort of safety, and then he goes up to border the other end and says that, Alan, I'm not feeling too good. So he says, get out of here, with many more words, saying, and send a proper Queenslander out here. Get out. I don't even want to see your face. And Dean Jones got so scared, he just went and stood at the other end and went and got a double century after that. But
yeah.
Kumble belongs to that form of captaincy. Break your jaw. I don't care. Boss, aakar aur do bullet, do maar na tujhe. Again, Arun Lal the same. He used to stand at forward short leg for Bengal. So batsmen, whenever you stand forward short leg, they'll try and hit you out of the place.
Right.
Somebody will hit a ball, it'll hit him in the shin, and then take one step closer. What do you do with the guys like that? So Kumble belonged to that. He's just so tough that everyone else around him, you've just got to take that and say that this guy's not going to give up. You better go along with him.
I by the way, interviewed Kumble, Ricky Ponting and Shane Bond. And I was like, hey, Ricky Ponting is going to be harder to interview because like what you've seen. And Anil Kumble was so intimidating because I didn't realize how tall and big he is. And I'm like, Kumble, I look like a tiny little baby talking to a giant man. I'm like, excuse me, sir, which way is the bathroom? Like, I don't know what to ask him. It's a very intimidating man. Last one is, of course, Kohli.
No, I think I will add another one, Rohit Sharma, if you don't know.
No, I love Kohli's ability to change. Kohli is this good, proper, Delhi kid, Chiku, with this thing. He's naughty. He treats women like his milieu. Okay, he's grown up. He's matured. He never thought fitness was important. He's become fit. He was a little chubby when he was a kid. He's become fit. He's learned how to captain. Just see how this dude from 2011 to 2018 has sculpted himself, changed himself. And he's always pushed himself. He's changed. He's looked at things. He's not been scared to admit that 2 years before I thought like this, but I don't think like that anymore. And that ability to change is so amazing. I mean, you always looked at him as this cocky Delhi kid. And I'm so delighted to say that we were all wrong. He proved everyone about him wrong. He's just taken himself so much further as a human being. And Rohit, I'll tell you a great example of Rohit. Rohit is playing IPL 2019, okay, the IPL that they won. KKR is playing against Mumbai. I think they're playing in Mumbai. They drop. Did they drop? I think they played and didn't do very much. This one is there in the team. Kuldeep Yadav in the KKR team. And he's having a tough time. You know, that IPL has not been great for him. Moment the match finishes, everything else is on. He just grabs. Rohit comes quietly, grabs. Kuldeep takes him for a walk. They're talking cricket, strategy, World Cup mein kya hoga. He knows. Rohit knows that this guy is a really important bowler for us in the World Cup. We need his confidence up. We need him to be fully fit. We need him to be fully there for the World Cup. So he is not even, he's not even thinking ki ye Bombay ka hai, ye ki. So that, in that sense, Rohit's ability to be able to, emotionally relate with players and understand, especially younger players, what they need, what they don't need, how to support them. And he takes it far beyond his IPL loyalties and all that. And I think that's fantastic. Rohit will be a great India captain. If he gets a chance, he'll be a great India white ball.
I like the story where Rohit waited for the match to finish. In my head, I was like, is this going to happen before or after the match? He was like, we won, now let's talk. It's a good captain, I guess.